Yo, it's Jody Bloom, be off the porch. Dirty glove bastard. Boom!
Rocky, 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 how she roll. Baby so cold, she don't know.
All right, so we got Jody Bloom off the porch with us today, man.
You know it, what's up with you?
I'm feeling great, man. How you feeling today, man?
I'm blessed, man. The vibes is right, man. I'm here, I'm in the city.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How's Atlanta been treating you since you've been out here, man?
It's been a vibe, man. Like, I've been booked, like, every day I've been having something to do. I was on live with Carisha. I just had a podcast yesterday, my boy Suave. No Disrespect podcast. That shit was hard too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got like on the 22nd, I'm doing like about to be like on like a TV show, little series. I can't talk about it too much, like, but yeah, I'm about to be on like a TV series and stuff. It's gonna be about my music and shit like that.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Okay. So you out here working, man.
Yeah, man. I'm trying.
All right, so talk to us about life in Cleveland, man. What's going on in Cleveland, bro? You said your grandparents were the first black family to live in your neighborhood, right?
Yeah. Joe and Sarah Hill Way. Yeah, I done shot 2 videos, like, using the street.
Okay.
So it's like a lot of history there for me. Like, my family really embedded into the city of Cleveland, like on a different level than a lot of other people. And I ain't trying to like brag about that, but I'm bragging for them because they made it possible for our community and for everybody to exist how they are. Like, you know, like I said, the first black family out there, it was all white people out there. I mean, and eventually everybody started moving out once the black folks started coming in. So then you get to see the neighborhood turn and transition into a different phase and into a different way. Like, I done seen that. My family done seen that. So yeah, man, a lot of respect in the city, a lot of love in the city, a lot of family in the city. Shout out D Hill. That's my cousin too. Like, he throw all the events, like he throw area event like in the city. Like, you got him, my boy Shaw, that's family too.
So at what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
I jumped off the porch when I was about like, I'm gonna say about 14, 15. You know what I'm saying? That's when I hit my first lick. You know what I mean? That's when I sold my first gram. Shit, you know what I mean? It started off like me and my boy Loke. We had another homie. His name was Marzi, like, and my boy Demarie, like, and his dad was like a plug and shit, like, back in the day. And he used to have all the weed and stuff inside his refrigerators and stuff like that put up. And like, we ain't really Loke understood the game when we was young, like, so he was the culprit behind everything, like making everything shake and doing all this crazy ass shit. And then like Demarie, his ass ain't really know how to sell weed, like, so you got somebody, this nigga, he giving us halves for like $20, and like, this is when Kush, and like, called it Kush, it was gas in the back in the day, 25 a gram, like, you know what I mean, shit like that. So we was coming up like crazy amounts, like, so I was learning how to hustle so early. I was learning how to take pluses and minuses, and like, I just knew how to do it. I cared about the profit margin. As soon as I started, it was all about the profit. I was profiting something crazy at a young boy age. So then I was like, man, I started understanding numbers more. Like, you know, I mean, that's when I say I hopped off the porch. That's when it really went down. Like, that's when my mind transitioned. You feel me? And I started hustling. Yeah.
So what had inspired you to start rapping at first?
We got a lot of things. You got my family. My family do music, so of course that. Like, and then like my homies too, like my boy Jet. They used to always be playing Wayne and shit. Like, we be listening to Wayne, man, and like I wasn't all the way hip to it like they was. So then they started getting me hip to like different type of music, and then I just fell in love with it. Like, I always had a love for music, but then it transitioned to a love for like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So my first love was music. It was Lauryn Hill, Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Like, those types of vibes. That's why when you watch my videos and stuff, you see how crazy I am with just like creating the best visuals. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially like as an independent artist, like, you know, I had somebody that was like, man, you spent like at least like 10 bands on your last video. Like, and people don't be realizing, like, because as an independent artist, you got a budget. You got to make sure you're doing your price cuts right. You got to make sure you scouting your locations, making relationships with these people. So you don't got to spend $500 an hour to hold this location down. You know what I'm saying? A person may just want to do it for the greatness of their heart. You feel me? And that's what happened to me most of the time. Like, man, every time, just about like people, every time somebody meet me, it's like, I just be me, bro. Like, I come in, I bring my energy, I bring my love, and I bring what I got. Like, and that shit worked for me every single time. Like, it don't ever steer me wrong. Yeah. So yeah.
You said you pretty much direct and edit your own videos too, right? Yeah. That's wild right there.
I ain't gonna take like all the editing like praise and shit, but like what I do with my videos is like, I get my footage, I chop it up, I scout all my footage. Like, I'm the craziest film scouter like there is, like, you feel me? And I'm not even talking about just like video, like music videos, like, you know, I'm actually planning on getting into film, like, and once you see that, you see I got an eye for film, like, and I'm doing everything on a small budget, but I'm still able to bring big production pieces with hardly nothing, like one cameraman usually, like, I'm just now having my first ever real big directed video, like where somebody else was directing and he was helping out a little bit. My boy Nick, he from Cleveland too, like he next level. He shoot all of like YSN Flow shit.
Okay.
Shout out YSN Flow too. He from Cleveland too. So like he shoot all his videos and shit, like, so I done linked in now with the big dogs like that, you feel me, and the ones that's really putting on, like, so it's like it's about to go up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about this Rocky song and video that you about to drop, man?
Yeah, I mean, shoot, by the time this come out, like, Rocky gonna be out, so
Okay.
Cause this, I told you I'm probably drop this like early May. Yeah, man, Rocky is, I feel like it could be record of the year, video of the year potential, especially like with everything that's coming around it, like the people who are involved in it. It's amazing, bro. You got a lot of people getting involved with this record, and I never had the connects to be able to pull the strings like that I'm able to pull now. So once I was able to get everything lined up, like Rocky to me is the epitome and like the ultimate factor, like the ultimate result of like all the hard work I done put in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody been waiting to get that type of record that, you know what I mean, that universal record from me, that record that just transcends, and it can be in the club, it can be here, it can be there, like, and Rocky gonna be that for the people, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a playlist, or it's gonna be everywhere, bro. Like, we about to really take it up like a whole nother notch, like.
Okay. That's what's up, man. So do you got a new project on the way too?
You know what I mean? Certain moments you can't give it to them yet. You gotta take your time with it. Like, you gotta actually make you creating your own story along the way, you feel me? And a lot of artists don't be realizing that, like, they do a lot of bullshit early on and then it come back on them, like, you know what I'm saying? I just seen a nigga that was in my city and shit. He was like, he got caught up on some paperwork type shit. Like, I be trying to tell people that, like, if you really trying to get into the hip hop business and stuff, like, if you got smut on your name, this is not the right business for you. You need to go do something else. It ain't even trying to be funny, but it's like, you know what come with this shit. Like, it ain't nobody holding hands. Like, and it's a lot of integrity. It's a lot of respect. It's things that a lot of people don't live by in this shit. Like, so I actually hold it very, very near and dear that I ain't got no smut on my name. Can't nobody say shit about me ever. Like, you feel me? The way I rock, the way I move, I always move right, always come correct. Like, so I pride myself in that. Like, you know what I mean? I pride that with the people I be around too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if anybody with me is basically the same thing as me saying it. You feel me? I was just telling that to my brother the other day. Like, you know, like, everybody gotta watch what they do, watch what you say. If you at an event with me, whatever, because it's the same way as me saying it. So don't ever say some shit that I won't say. Like, if I won't say that shit, don't say it. Like, especially if you in a place, you know what I mean, involving me. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? My image. I done worked my whole life for this shit, man. I've been doing music for 10 years, bro. Yeah. 10, like a decade. I'm a master at this shit now. Like, you feel me? It ain't no gimmicks, it ain't no game. Like, it's what I'm doing.
I feel that. Yeah, you gotta keep your face card clean out of you, man.
You got to, bro.
Because they'll dig up any type of dirt they can find on you, man.
Mm-hmm. I love it, though. I feel like that make me want to get more into hip-hop, too. I mean, it's a lot of cap. It's more cap. It's more cap than anything. And, like, everybody, like, that's the thing, too. Like, everybody go through their little cap, like, a cap phase. And you growing up, you trying to fit in. You trying to, you know what I'm saying? But when you get grown, bro, you got to put away childish things, man. Y'all niggas 30, 25, 20. Capping, like, come on, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? We trying to get it in real time, in real life. Capping ain't gonna get you there, like, and not being genuine, not being real about your progress and like where you trying to go, like, that's not gonna get you nowhere. You feel me? Like, and people got to really think about that. Like, you know what I mean? You got the internet is one thing, and then you got reality. You feel me? You got to be able to balance those two things. Like, you can't just have no crazy presence online and then it don't match up when people see you in person. You got to work on both, because it's not easy. It's not easy being around people and socializing and getting like normal, like just being in social environments and being yourself. Like, that shit take time and it take work. Like, and some people, bro, I feel bad for them because they get this clout online and then they try to transition over here and they can't. And now they don't equal the dollars. Online, it can't equal the dollars, but to really, really, really get real paper, bro, it got to transition to the real life. You know what I mean? That real person-to-person connection. That's how you build that base that's going to spend that paper with you. They're going to really put that money into it. So I feel like that should be real, real important.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you also do some songwriting for other artists, right?
Yeah. I do some songwriting. That's another thing I'm passionate about. Like I said, man, I got that type of visual mind, like where I can put myself into other people's positions and shit like that. Like I won some songwriting competitions in like 2018. I went out to LA and then I linked in with Jay Hatch. I don't know if you know what that is, but he be in Atlanta though, the mogul. He be out here and shit. I linked in with him and he showed me the game, man. Like he showed me a lot. He showed me how to make money doing this shit. Like, and he just changed my mentality about the business, like the way to approach it business wise. And Ray Jr. did too though. Like that's the thing, I'm gonna give Junior his flowers for that too. Like that Junior mentality, that's what I call it. Like it's that boss mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when he the shit, like it's just so much stuff to say that I don't even know where to start. But like Junior, like he got that mentality and he got that boss mentality. Like he rubbed off a lot of that on me. Like, you know, just my approach and how I need to be. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas bosses and some niggas workers. I mean, it's cool whichever way you want to be. You feel me? But I'm not a worker. You know what I'm saying? It's just not in me to be like that. So I gotta do my research. I gotta learn everything. I gotta know how to do everything. My fingers and hands gotta be in everything that I touch. Anything that got anything to do with me, bruh, I gotta be fucking with it a little bit. You feel me? That's just how I am.
Yeah, speak to us about some of the challenges of being an independent artist, man.
Yeah, like I said, that budgeting be the most important thing. Budgeting that shit, man. A lot of people don't understand how business savvy you gotta be to be an independent artist. Like to be an independent artist, you gotta really embody like self, man. You gotta have a lot of faith in yourself, and your team gotta be so right, gotta be so tight. Like I tell people this all the time, like you can't have a whole bunch of yous and thinking that it's gonna work like that. You gotta have people who can actually provide for you in this way, provide for you in that way. Yeah, you got homies that rap and they do music and shit, but like how like, and like that, don't get me wrong, like that's a great thing, like, but when somebody do music, they supposed to have a team. You do music, you gotta have your own little team of people that you deal with, your videographer, your bass, your engineer, like people who believe in you, like, you know what I'm saying? And like, I do wanna empower some artists and get them like, you know, there's different ways to look at stuff. Like when you own 100% of your music, like 100% of something, like all those percentages is worth something. Like they worth money, they worth something. So like connect with people and get points to people who can help you out, like that believe in you. Like when you've been working, the catalog gonna speak for itself. So, you know what I'm saying? You show them like, bro, like I've been doing this, this is what I'm trying to do. Get them to believe, like, and if you can't get nobody to believe in your vision, that means you ain't believing in it enough. That means you ain't putting everything into it. So you need to make sure you're doing that too. First, you need to exalt everything that you got to for your dream. And then you go to other people. You can't think nobody gonna help you and you haven't went all in on yourself yet. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all doing that, like, and just make sure that y'all looking at beats. Like I'm seeing a lot of artists getting fucked over by the beat game right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these producers, quote unquote producers, and they're not really even producers, they beat makers. Like, you know what I'm saying? A producer is somebody who make a hit. Like you don't just get nobody you be like, a beat maker, somebody just give you a beat and say bye. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go do your thing. Like you doing your marketing, you coming up with the video idea, the concepts, the cover art, you coming up with everything. You know what I'm saying? That is a whole nother section to the game right there. Like that's what a producer is. Like, and when you give somebody producer credit, you giving them these percentages for a producer, and they not doing producer work. They just making the beat. You know what I'm saying? Beat makers, man, 10 to 20%, bruh. Period. Like that's how I feel. Unless they somebody like they doing it on another level. Like, cause labels, bruh, like a label, they about to get their shit back on the front end. They getting that back. They recouping every month, all the money they spend on marketing. They recouping all of that first. Then y'all gonna start getting y'all money. And people need to empower themselves. Get your LLC, make a label. Do that, because now you can use different write-offs and different things like that. Get some information, like learn some things like that, like, cause that's gonna be able to help you out. And once you approach it as a label, now you can add in, you could say, I take 50% off rip, like, cause you gotta recoup all that. Like labels, bro, they taking 80% of records, bro, 85. Like y'all lucky to get the 15, like, and when you actually marketing your shit, you are a label. That's what you are. If you're marketing your music and you're promoting it and you're doing other stuff, you are a label. Get your LLC, bro. Write that shit off, bro. Stop selling yourself short. Do your fucking research. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Good game right there, bro.
Facts.
Why do you think it's so hard for an artist to blow up out of Cleveland?
I think That's a good question. I feel like I would say it's not. I don't think that it is. Like, it's more unity than people realize, and so like they think it's a game right now. But I really feel like Cleveland is going to be the next really big city, like to be like mainstream. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got some heavy hitters, bro. We got a lot of people coming from our city. Like, and we, you know what I mean? We got Junior doing the movies. You got Doughboy who holding the streets down, you feel me, on that mainstream market. You got Machine Gun Kelly doing his thing, you know what I'm saying, the fucking rock star of the city, you know what I mean? You got YSN Flo doing his thing coming up, you know what I mean, Young Bull killing shit, you know what I'm saying? You got Kelvin, like you got so many people, everybody doing different things, and it's all starting to come around full circle. Ty Bree, you got a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, who doing their thing.
All right, what can you tell us about this app that you got coming out, man?
So I connected with Sophia May. That's another huge part of my life right now. Like something that's really taking up my time. Like I try to get myself involved in like things that ain't got nothing to do with my music, man. Like, you know, completely other, like different type of stuff, man. So with Sophia May, she been number 1 on Billboard, number 4 on Billboard, number 6 on Billboard. Like, you know what I'm saying? She done put in her work in the industry. And like, that's like my right hand. Like right now, we doing a lot of business together. Like she came to me, she seen the movement and what I wanted to do with mental health. It's men's mental health. Let me get that out the way too. It's for mental health for men. So it's like a lot of things that we all go through, man, like that we don't want to talk about, like that we don't want to act like exist. Like as men, we gotta hold ourselves to like this persona and this thing. We got so much on our shoulders, bro, every day. You know what I'm saying? To provide, to protect, to be that thing all the time. It's certain things you can't turn off as a man. That shit turned on all the time. You know what I'm saying? You don't get no breaks. You don't get to be hurt and sad at certain moments. No, like you gotta step up. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. So it's understanding that people are people. Like, and once men can understand that, they're gonna be better equipped to handle some of the situations that be going on in today's time. You feel me? So we came together, me, Sophia May, Juan Gray, a lot of other people, my boy OGs. So it's a whole lot of people. Like it's a crazy community of men. Like, and we be having like 10,000 people, man, coming to our clubhouse rooms, man. It's crazy. Like we got one of the probably fastest growing clubhouses, and y'all can sign up at www.mendable.app. And we in beta stages right now. So right now we still getting investors and stuff for the app. The app gonna be just a healthy community for men to come together, you feel me, to talk, to figure out different toolkits and different ways that other people handle their issues, ways that they can handle their problems, you know what I'm saying, getting men on better diets, going to the doctor, like just things that mess with men's mental mind that they don't address that can really help, man, and make some progress with some of the situations that we got going through. You know what I mean? PTSD, shit that you done seen in the streets, like that shit, bro, that shit hold on to you forever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just now getting over certain little issues and things like that. I'm still like, you feel me? I still move different. Like I still look at shit different, like because of certain situations. Like, you know what I'm saying? You may wake up a little different. You may not sleep as long no more because some shit that happened in your sleep before, like, and that woke you up, and now you don't sleep. Like, I don't sleep 8 hours. Like I just don't. I can't physically sleep for 8 hours straight. Like I gotta get up probably like 4 hours, 5 hours, like, you know what I'm saying, based off of things that I've been through, and that ain't healthy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's what we doing.
Okay.
That's what we doing, man.
Much needed, man.
It's big, bro. It's big.
What else you working on, Jody? What else is coming up for you, man?
Yeah. So I mean, you got my mental health stuff going on with Sophia May. You got Rocky about to come out. You got Purifier, the mixtape gonna be coming out. But I'm also about to drop a record called Strapped Up Shawty. That's gonna come out too. I mean, like I feel like I may give them a nice dose of like singles, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got the album in the bag, but I'm just waiting, man. I'm waiting to hear the right conversation, hear the right things. Like for me to put this album out, man, and then give people my all, give people my heart, like, you feel me? Not saying like the music I'm giving ain't crazy, cause it is, like, it's next level, like, but the stuff that I got, man, like, it's 100% mine. Like, that's another thing too. Like, I signed a production team, like, under my label for this album, for the Flower Child album, The Color of Sound. Like, that's Kaz and Keys, and like, you know what I'm saying? So I brought them together, like, to produce this whole entire album, you know what I'm saying, under my wing and under my my umbrella. And like, that's another thing too. It's my baby. That's my baby album. That's like everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to be careful with it. You know what I mean? How you cherish your kids. You feel me? That's how I feel about my album. Like, that Flower Child album, it's a part of my heart. So like, and I know what y'all want. Like, I know what they want too. Like right now. So like, I'm gonna give it to them. You feel me? I'm gonna give them what they want. You know what I mean? I know what they want. Yeah. I'm gonna give it to them.
You can't have it, you kind of got to run that demand up for them. You don't want it to fall on deaf ears either when you put so much of, your blood, sweat, and tears into it as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. I think that'd be the most serious part right there. Is like, you be wanting people to look at the music like you look at it. You be wanting people to feel about your music how you feel about it. And I think artists got to separate. They got to separate that from it. Like you can't even expect that. Like if you're looking for a certain response out of a person, like, and then that dictate if you about to put a record out or if you about to try to push something, like that ain't good. Like, cause most of the time, bruh, what people don't realize, one city don't even matter. Like you can chalk a whole fucking city, like, and go to another city. Like, you know what I'm saying? So many people in the world, like the world is such a big place and everybody is reachable. So I feel like people got to think about it like that. They can't just only look at like what's popping in their city or like what's the sound that everybody might want around them, because it may be this small town somewhere in Arkansas, you know what I'm saying, where you can sell out 300 tickets, you know what I mean, selling them for $30, $40 a piece, and you know what I mean, and sell all your merch and take it up. You know what I'm saying? Take it up to another level. So I feel like people got to think about that too. Like find your crowd, find your niche, find your people, like locate them. You got to locate your people, man. It's important.
That's real. Yeah.
Biggest Kid Cudi fan ever. Like I love when he talked about Cleveland. Like that shit meant something to me. You feel me? And then as I started like building up, and I'm like, damn, like Cudi don't even fuck with nobody here. Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like he don't really fuck with nobody. Like, don't get me wrong. I feel like I know Cudi done did his work, probably charity work and a lot of things that he probably don't want to publicize. Like, and I respect that. That's all love. I'm just talking about the artist, man, that's grinding, that try to make it like him. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to do it like he did. So like, I want to get that message out to him. That made me feel a type of way a little bit, like about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You watch everybody do something for the city. Machine Gun Kelly working with niggas like in movies, featuring them. He don't have to do that. And I feel like it's I got a lot of respect for that, like just in general, man. Like, you know what I'm saying, for the people who actually give back. Like Junior do everything he can for the artists who coming up. Like he give you so much game, like, and that's what I'm gonna be like. And more than anything too, like my homie said the other night at this podcast, cause I was talking about this, like, and I'm like, man, he like, man, so like, what do you feel like, instead of saying like what somebody else ain't doing right, what are you gonna do differently? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna follow the lead. I'm gonna be the leader, like, of the new school. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I help as many artists as I can, make sure that I inspire the youth, man, stay involved in my communities. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm priding myself on, that, giving back and being that type of guy that everybody gonna be able to tell amazing stories about for the rest of the time. You know what I'm saying? That's how your legacy get built. That's how it really get made. So I'm trying to lock in and stay focused in on that. You know what I'm saying?
Any shout outs there?
Yeah, man. I gotta shout out my boy Hefner. Gotta shout out my boy Lope. I gotta shout out my boy Locane. My boy Locane, he do music and shit. He a rapper and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Hef, come over here, man. Come sit over here with me, man. All right, bet. But yeah, like, you feel me? Shout out to the ones who the real ones, man. Like, if you a fake nigga, like I can't vibe with it. Any bad vibes, like, that's just what I've been on, man. Like I can't sit around and be on that type of shit, like that type of time. Like I ain't got time for it. So I feel like that's what I've been mainly on, like focused on, bro. Like I can't, anything that's not online with what I'm in line with, you can't even rock with me right now. Like I'm on a different type of wave, like, you feel me? And I'm trying to bring niggas with me, but you got to do some work. You got to be willing to put in the work. You got to be willing to believe in what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to get out here. Like, you feel me? So yeah, man.
Rocky, how she roll. Baby so cold, she don't know. Baby cold.